Hi people, welcome to another video on the channel. The end of the season is very close. Just 2 games left for Forest, and in our bid to stay up, is it possible? Are we going to do it? Well, we're going to take a look. We're going to take a look at our games, Luton's games, and Burnley's games. And from a Forest perspective, I'm going to look at how we should play against Chelsea if we want to try and get something from the game. So, enjoy the video. Make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new. And without further ado, let's go. So, we're going to start with Forest, with the highest ranked team out of the 3 teams we're going to look at. We're going to start with who we've got left. These are our 2 remaining games. We have Chelsea at home on Saturday and then Burnley away the following Sunday. So yeah, both games are quite tough. I was hoping that Chelsea would have nothing to play for. However, they're on quite good form at the minute. They smashed up West Ham. They're sat 7th in the league at the minute. They're going to want to get Europa League instead of just Conference League. So they're going to have, something to play for, which is, a slight inconvenience. However, game's the game. So, yeah, we're going to have to play very well. I would personally introduce a similar game plan to what we did against City, but I'll speak on that in a moment. And obviously, the final game of the season is against Burnley. That as it stands, mathematically, they can still, stay up. But the chances are, if we're going to go on what should happen, they probably, will be relegated by then because they have to beat Spurs, really. And, Spurs are pushing for Champions League. So, that will be a big game away, at Burnley. But, so those are the games that we've got left. They're quite tough ones. Both sides, as of right now, do have stuff to play for. Burnley might not by the time we get to, but, never say never and all that. And looking at who Luton have got left, who are currently sat 18th. They play West Ham away, who, as of right now, they can still technically sneak into Conference League, but all the teams above them have to lose all of their games. So, realistically, they've got nothing to play for, and they have Fulham at home, who definitely don't have anything to play for. So, the Fulham game especially, I can see them picking up something. The West Ham game, I'm not too sure. It depends sort of where their mind's at, because obviously David Moyes could be going, so I wouldn't be shocked if Luton gets something. It's a little bit frustrating from a Forest perspective because we beat Sheffield United 3-1 in was a very good performance. One of the best away results of the season. So it was quite annoying that they got that draw with Everton, because if they lost Everton, then this next game week will be a bit of a free hit in a sense of if we lose to Chelsea and Luton beat West Ham, then we still have a point buffer on them. Whereas now, if we lose to Chelsea and West Ham lose to Luton, then it's only on goal difference and it goes down to the final day. Yeah, they also have Fulham at home. If I was to back anyone, it will probably be Luton, because Fulham definitely don't have anything to play for. They're 13th, not going to get relegated, not going to get any European football. So yeah, I would back Luton if there is something on the line to get the result there. Now finally, looking at who Burnley play. I have Tottenham away, who are fighting for Champions League, and they also have us at home, who could be still, fighting to stay up. So obviously the Spurs game is going to be, the toughest one on paper for them. They Spurs, the chances are of them getting the Champions League is quite slim, but they're still going to want to give it everything. They've had quite a sloppy run of form lately, so they're going to want to try and end that anyway. So hopefully, for a Forest perspective, Burnley will lose and Spurs will win. So yeah, I think they have to win this game away, because then it's pretty much set and sealed. They mathematically won't be able to stay up if they lose this game. And then obviously Forest, they play us at Turf Moor, which could be a big game, but unless they beat Spurs, then there won't be anything riding on it from a Burnley perspective. Now looking at the from the Forest perspective, as I believe it or not, I'm a Forest fan. For the Chelsea game, we have to go a little bit more defensive. They're on very good form, free-flowing, very attacking, scoring a lot of goals at the moment. Equally, though, they can be a bit leaky at the back, but then again, they lost, 5-0 to Arsenal. A little bit of a difference between us and Arsenal at the moment, but I would go with the 5 at the back, because we did look a little bit open in the midfield against Sheffield United. So, you can't imagine what, a Chelsea would be able to do if they get those opportunities. So I would go with the back 5, Niakate, Bolly, Murillo. If they're all fit, those, go with those. And then midfield, Yates is on good form, scored the 2nd goal for us. I would go with him, Danilo, Gibbs White as the 10. And then, if they want to go with just 2 sole strikers, we'll have to, wait and see. But you can't really bench Hudson-Odoi either on his form as well. And he'll probably want to try and get some revenge on Chelsea, for maybe not giving him more opportunities from a personal level. So that's how I would personally play it. And then just because we played that against Man City and it did quite well, and Man City have got some, you know, they're more clinical going forwards than Chelsea. So as much as Jackson is in decent form, he's not quite Erling Haaland. So that is how I would approach the Chelsea game, and then hopefully we can get something there. I'll be very surprised if we do win, because they do have quite a bit on the line. They also have games in hand as well, so they're going to really want to try and get into the Europa League, because they can't quite get the Champions League. If we can get a point there, then, and if Luton lose to West Ham, then that is it, set and sealed. The Burnley game has nothing riding on it. Burnley, all they've got to do is they have to beat Spurs. If they draw or lose, they're down. So yeah, it's a big game week. Hopefully we can get something from the Chelsea game, because it is at 5:30. I'm pretty sure it's after both the Luton game and the Burnley game. So, you know, we'll have that advantage in a sense of we know what we need to do, you know, in terms of what result we need. Do we just need a draw? Do we need a win? You know, is there like nothing really riding on it in a sense of we'll still have a buffer ahead of the relegation zone? We'll have to wait and see. So, realistically, do I think we can survive? Yes. The win against Sheffield United and Luton dropping points against Everton is absolutely massive for our season and Luton's season. It's definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination. You know, we always do stuff the hard way. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 performance against Sheffield United. The first half was very, very bad. It was a moment of magic from Hudson-Odoi to get us back in the game. And we missed a lot of chances as well. So we need to be a lot better against Chelsea, who are a better team, and also against Burnley, who could have everything on the line, depending on how the game against Spurs goes for them. But yeah, that is my video. That is, do I think Forest can stay up, and all that good stuff. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.